walking around in a world full of smiles, they gonna eat you up. You gonna bulldog in your way through life, telling everybody what you gonna do, what you gonna get, and how you gonna make things better. But that's a lie. It ain't enough for me to have to fight it for myself, much less having to share somebody else's battles too.
That's what you see, Rosa?
And I'm scared to death. Because Adam, I could love you.
And take it while it's good. Some things ain't to be argued about, Rosa. You take them on faith. My parents were together 32 years, had 8 children. And like you said, it wasn't easy. I know because I watched them grow up. I heard them cussing the world and cussing each other too. Sometimes they talk gentle. And they were smiling and talking about what they wanted to do tomorrow. And the next day, the day after that. Rosa, only a piece of your living is outside. And some other pieces I want to share with you.
Pass me another piece of cheese.
Cheese.
What women want is just a little security and love. One without the other don't work. Damn the TV. I'm telling you what I know, what I done lived. Now, I don't need no palace. Just a 3-room apartment, and that's all you're gonna get. If your man gonna be there to share it with you, and you know you got a 4-room apartment somewhere in your future. They always talking about getting married for better or worse. Don't you know we done had our worse? And now we want our betters. That's all that's wrong with Rosa. All her friends be getting married one year and getting to looking all tacky the next. Because he ain't got no job. 3 or 4 kids. And the only reason they got that many is because the TV got broken. They got
First of all, I want to start by asking what challenges you faced in doing this.
Oh my goodness. Staging. The way this, okay, I grew up in Arena Players for the most part, and she's been an Arena Player baby since she was little. Rehearsals or classes that I was teaching or classes that I was
in the last 20 years.
Yes.
It's gone from that you wasn't as far out before, but this whole entire section used to be a stage.
Used to be staged.
Now it's
so that was the trickiest part, was trying to make sure that we kept everybody safe. I saw one mishap here when he almost, because it's not normally that way. Yeah. So that was a little bit challenging for us.
What about the content?
But the cast were amazing. There were some problems for me for the language and the misogynistic approach that this play really has. It is that is problematic, especially for me. I'm a father. I have 2 daughters, 2 female cats, my wife, and at one time even my wife's grandmother that lived with us. So I was surrounded with women. So trust me, I saw every last bit of it. I didn't select the play. It was one of the plays that they had selected, and they said, "Hey, Ty, you want to try it?" And I said, "Sure, I would love to." And then I read it, and I already knew Taming the Shrew from Shakespeare. Hold up, guys.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Hold up a second, guys.
We're having an interview right now.
Thank you. I knew Taming the Shrew from reading it as well as when I was in college, and very familiar with the story.
Yeah.
And I think it was really more of a problem with her, because her and I would actually talk about those things. Like,
what was the problem?
When I first read it, I was like, wow, I don't like it. I didn't like it. A lot of the language, it was very specific, and I was just like, there were some words that I didn't really enjoy, which unless you've read the actual play itself, you'll notice the lines that we ended up changing. Only a few, like 3 or 4, because they were so uncomfortable, and I was like, that was not a good look if we keep it there. But it turns out.
And we looked at the Me movement that we recently had, and some of the language dealt with rape and stuff like that. So we had to kind of change it to
Modify.
soften up some of that language in it. I mean, not to take away from Don Evans' play, he is a magnificent play, but it was definitely a different era than what we're in now.
Exactly.
You saw a lot of that back in the 70s. And I was a child of the 70s, not a teenager, actual child of the 70s, but I could see the things that were around me. I could see how men and women, the relationships were totally different, you know. I could remember many a day my dad coming home and it was particular items that would have for dinner, and mom would have that meal ready for him or have his lunch to take him down so he can take it to Bethlehem Steel. Yeah. So I saw a lot of that as a child, and how men and women, that relationship, that dynamic, you know, it was,
in getting these actors to be so natural, I mean, I think it's a phenomenal play. You're full of it.
You make a really great point. We have two actors that actually, one person, this is their second play, and one person, it was their second play ever. And that was our lead.
That's our lead,
Really?
our Rosa.
Yes.
Rosa.
She's never been in a lead at all.
And one actor, that one of the singers had never performed.
Never.
Yeah.
And we have 7 brand new people
Wow.
that are on this stage for the very first time at Arena Players, which for a 12 cast production was great for us because it shows that Arena Players is viable and that this place is still loved, and I'm looking forward to them coming back and me seeing them in other types of shows and stuff like that.
We want to add that it's Arena Players Baltimore.
Yes, Arena Players Baltimore. Yes, Arena Players, the oldest continuously operating theater company in the nation. Black theater company in America.
Still running, never closed their doors.
Never
even
closed
during
their
COVID.
doors.
So what has this experience done for you?
This is my first time ever directing anything. Sure, I've helped him, like continuity-wise. I usually do tech, like lights, sound, stagehand. So first time ever directing, having a voice in the production has been an experience.
Yeah.
And though he is a bit frustrating, I am pleased with what has come about.
Yeah. But she's an amazing talent, has a great eye, and as well as a motivating force for the artists that were here. Like I said, we had two new really green, and through her nurturing and helping them and me with character and stuff like that, that was the least of our challenges. Again, I gotta say, it's the design of the stage that really kind of always been scary to me.
Well, I want to applaud you because I think this is the best play for the year that I've ever seen, and I've been coming here for years. I think this is a show. If anybody misses this show, they have missed the essence of life
in black culture.
So, from me to both of you, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for sitting.
When we get a chance to hear it,
Well, no strike on a raising so they can help to loot the air. The SOS, they work on down the ups and downs of carousel.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you.
What's this little boy over? I know. It's good to know. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, hi, Erin. Hi. One of these things we're gonna get you playing, right? I know. And don't get me started on how they treat me all.